QRM, but I'm certainly not hearing any stations. This is 280W1 listening. The French contest station has been on here since yesterday. Cheers, Molly. Can you give me a call sign? Otherwise, you will be a pirate. You know, if you're not giving me a call sign, obviously, I'll find station.
Record the voice of that character. He's the guy been doing all the tuning up.
Yeah, is that Johnny? You're some idiot chicken that
Let's go in there, 7 golf course, McLean.
Yeah, 7 golf course. Yeah, good signal. I'm not sure of the name of Troy here in County Durham. It's a bit of a shambles this morning. I'm not getting anything I'm getting if someone keeps checking in and showing the frequencies in use. 280W1Y.
280W1Y, yeah, 7GG. Yeah, that character has come on here before, shouting the same thing. And he's the guy who would give us call signs. And I've recorded his voice on several occasions, but he's actually trolling. He's a character who's causing all the interference, over.
Yeah, okay, thanks. I forgot your name. Is it Charlie? I'm not too sure. Yeah, okay, anyway. I'm just standing by the frequency. AI7KK230.
Yeah, the name's Charlie, yeah, no problem, but I'm not going to really hold it because, there is an awful lot of stations bobbing below. And I'll sit on the side, but I just wanted to tell you that character has been doing this before, giving us warnings that I'm policing the frequency, and but he's been sitting there on this frequency since before 9 o'clock, so he's putting me up, scratching his microphone and tapping and whistling and tuning, but there you are, you know his voice now.
Yeah, that's good, yeah, at least we can't put a voice to the misdemeanors, yeah, I'm running 100 watts now, being a 280, we can run 100 watts, the intermediate guys, and as you probably know, the foundation guys can run 25 watts, so I'm not too sure that makes much difference with the other guys that run the kilowatt, but and I'm just standing by the frequency, AI7KK280W1Y.
No problem at all. Yeah, that's got very difficult. Anyway, hey, if we can catch up after the
yeah, that's fine. 596, good signal. QTS is clean up St. Harbour, northeast coast of England, County Durham. So, yeah, Jack was on earlier trying to, well, he wasn't trying to clear the frequency, he was just trying to put the CQ call out, but the frequency is clear at this end, apart from the guy chirping in every now and again. So, anyway, 280W1Y, and listening on the frequency.
280W1Y, Mike
280W1Y. Golf 1 Zulu Yankee X-ray.
Good morning, John.
Good morning, phone's ringing as well. This is just chaos this morning. Chris has given up as well anyway. But I guess we'll see how we get on. How are you on anyway?
Yeah, no problem. There's another one called at the same time as well, so I'm not too bad. It's time for jelly ball here, but the last month is at 4 degrees. John, back to you.
M0OLY, G6ASK, you got completely wiped out by splatter then, Ollie. I don't know how we're going to manage this morning, I really don't. It's just stupid. We were going to give it up. I know Chris is throwing in the towel. But I don't know. I just don't know what to make of it. M0OLY, G6ASK.
No, contact is a little bit wild between the ears. They lose all common sense, don't they? I'll say no more.
I think we see one there as well, but I've got splatter at 20 over 9, Troy.
Yeah, it's not here, though. I think Chris has given up,
Yeah, I think he has, and I don't know. I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. If it gets hurt, it gets hurt. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, I was on 40 yesterday playing, fussing about with the antenna, and there were voice stations down in the CW part of the band as well yesterday.
Mike 0, but I'll keep here a little bit.
I'll let you carry on. Yeah, okay, mate. Yeah, well, I've got no list this morning, so I'm just going to play it by ear and see how we get on. But the antenna is tuned to where I want it to be. I'm running about 800 on peak at the moment from the linear. So it's great. I can run one KW and that's reflected power because I've got that thing tuned exactly where I want it to be. There was a lot of fussing about with wind it up, wind it down, wind it up, wind it down, because obviously the resonant point moves when you put it up in the air from when it's down on the ground. In fact, I lost count of how many times I wound it up and wound it down, but anyway, it is where I want it to be now. So working very well, thank goodness. G7LHK, G6ASK. there's other stations calling in there, but I'm sorry, guys, you're just literally being wiped out by the splatter. And it's really, really difficult to copy. So I'm just going to, when we get to that point, I'm just going to read the news and hope for the best. I think there was G1, was it ZYX? I'm not sure. I might have got that wrong with all the noise. Golf 1 Zulu something?
Yeah, you got that right. Golf 1 Zulu Yankee X-ray, not an Indigo Danny Smile. North of Manchester in the Pennine Hills on his little end-fed wire from the bedroom window. Then you did a massive signal. You were between plus 10 and plus 30 decibels with no preamping. And I'm only on an 20-meter wire.
Oh, okay, Mike. Yeah, fine. Very good morning to you. Good to hear you, mate. You're 5 plus 10. And you've got nice phone contact with you. You're getting through the splatter, no problem at all. So good to hear you this morning. I've got you written down. I've only got you and Troy written down at the minute, actually. So we're just going to have to play it by ear this morning, guys, and see how we get on. There's nothing else we can do, unfortunately. I'm amazed that you guys managed to sneak in. I know Chris gave up this morning. I was on from about 8:30, and it was just nothing. There's nothing. I couldn't get in there at all. I wasn't even going to bother. Because it is literally wall to wall this morning, and it was yesterday. And of course, this goes right on through till 6 o'clock tonight as well. There's going to be some very strongly worded emails shot off, I can assure you, to sort this out. But there we go. G1ZYX, G6ASK. Mike 0, Mike 0,
Okay, let me bring some more in. Catch you later.
Yeah, Mike 0 Delta something Foxtrot. I didn't get the middle letter.
Okay, Mike 0 Delta Juliet, Florida, USA.
Yeah, okay, Mike 0 Delta Juliet, Florida. DJ. You're in the logbook. Dave, good morning. 59 plus 10, over.
Yeah, you're 5 to Stanford. Thank you very much for calling in after the call. Very difficult morning, but yeah, I'm glad you're persistent. Come in 0, JKR.
Yeah, okay, mate, no problem at all. I've got you, and it's near 10 o'clock, so we'll start. CQ, calling all radio amateurs and listeners. This is GB2RS, Golf Bravo 2, Romeo Sierra, the news broadcasting service of the Radio Society of Great Britain. This broadcast comes to you from amateur radio station Golf 6 Alpha Sierra Kilo, located in the county of Somerset and transmitting on 7.127 megahertz. Thank you for joining us. A very good morning to you all. It is Sunday the 25th of February 2024. And here is the GB2RS news broadcast prepared by the RSGB and intended for all radio amateurs and listeners. This bulletin is also available on the RSGB website at rsgb.org, where you will find links to groups and organisations that may be mentioned in the broadcast. And the headlines this Sunday morning. New amateur radio licence conditions are effective. Amateurs are reminded to carry out EMF assessments, and the 2024 BAM plan has been published. Ofcom has released the final decisions following its consultation on the amateur radio licensing framework last year. Revised licence conditions became effective on Wednesday the 21st of February 2024. The changes to licence conditions include the optional use of regional secondary locators, increased transmitter power levels, and provide greater opportunity to bring newcomers into amateur radio. There are approximately 100,000 amateur radio licenses issued by Ofcom in the UK. Ofcom says that it will shortly be contacting all licensees to provide each with their new licence document. Ofcom is aiming to reissue all UK amateur radio licenses by the autumn of 2024. To help this process run as efficiently as possible, please ensure that your contact details are up to date in the Ofcom licensing system. Further updates to amateur radio licensing framework, including the issuing of Mic 8 and Mic 9 intermediate call signs, will be rolled out in 2 more phases later in the year and in the 2024-2025 year. A video entitled Updating the Amateur Radio Licensing Framework, RSGB Overview of Key Changes, is available in the Ofcom playlist on the RSGB's YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/the RSGB.
In it, RSGB General Manager Steve Thomas, Mike 1 Alpha Charlie Bravo, and RSGB Spectrum Forum Chair Murray Nimman, G6JYB, who discussed the impact of the new roles. They also describe how the RSGB worked with Ofcom before and during the consultation period to arrive at the best outcome for all UK amateurs. Steve Murray and many people across the RSGB have also worked hard to engage with individual amateurs and amateur radio clubs and groups to help them prepare for the licensing changes. The RSGB will continue to release information and support for radio amateurs as we all adapt to the new arrangement. You can read more details and guidance on the Ofcom website at tinyurl.com/Alpha Romeo Foxtrot Echo Bravo 2024 or via the RSGB website at rsgb.org/licensing. Given the increased transmitter power limits are now available to UK licensees, all amateurs are reminded that they are required to carry out EMF assessments. To help you do this, advice and online EMF calculator can be found at rsgb.org/EMF. The RSGB band plans for 2024 were published in the March issue of Radcom. They are also available via the RSGB website at rsgb.org/bandplan. This year's changes support the new Ofcom licensing framework and guidance, particularly in the VHF and UHF bands. All amateurs are reminded to consult the band plans before operating. The list of amateur radio events taking place in British Science Week and the resource suggestions are growing. GB2RS, the radio station of the RSGB National Radio Centre at Bletchley Park, could be available for QSOs, with stations operating as part of British Science Week. Contact the RSGB's BSW coordinator Ian Neal, M0KEO, by email to BSW, that's Bravo Sierra Whiskey, at rsgb.org.uk, and he will link you with the NLC coordinator Martin Baker, G0GMB, to make your arrangements. We continue to send Ian the resources you'd like to share and details of British Science Week events you're organising, including the times you'll be on the air. The RSGB would like to inspire as many people and groups as possible to get involved. You can access all events and resource details on the RSGB website at rsgb.org/BSW Bravo Sierra Whiskey. The RSGB has been trialling paper wrappers for Radcom as part of its plans to be more environmentally friendly. The Society has been collating feedback and is aware that there have been particular problems with the gluing of the Radcom wrappers this month. Please be assured that the RSGB is discussing this with its supplier to try and resolve the problem before the next issue. During a year when the global landscape shifted once more with conflicts across the world and economic difficulties touching the lives of individuals, the RSGB was pleased to see that the amateur radio community continues to thrive. It may have changed shape and adapted with times, but the Society has been there not only to support its members, but to defend the spectrum and provide information for all amateur radio amateurs. In the March Radcom, there is a feature called A Year in Numbers, which shows some of the great things to celebrate in which the RSGB HQ staff has often led the way. There is an infographic and short video with the highlights, and you can read the fuller story from the page 40 in Radcom and on the website. Go to rsgb.org/strategy-update and click on the 2023 A Year in Numbers. The April Radcom will show in detail the work of the RSGB committees and other specialist volunteers. The amateur radio licensing exams will be updated in line with the new license conditions decided by Ofcom this week. Further information about the timing of those changes can be found on the RSGB website at rsgb.org/syllabus 2019. Registration is open for Mills on the Air event, which will take place on Saturday the 11th and Sunday the 12th of May. To read more about the event, register and view a list of stations that are taking part, visit DDARS, that's Delta Delta Alpha Romeo Sierra.net,
and follow the news on the air link. And now we move on to the details of rallies and events. The British Vintage Wireless Society Singles Wave Top Meet and AGM is taking place today, the 25th. The venue is the Weatherly Centre, Eagle Farm Road in Singles Wave, Bedfordshire, Sierra Golf 188 Juliet Hotel. A bring and buy stall is available with a 10% commission on sales going to the British Vintage Wireless and Television Museum. Stall holders can gain entry from 9 a.m. and the doors open to the public at 9:30 a.m. with admission being £8. For more information, visit bvws Bravo Victor Whiskey Sierra.org.uk or contact them by email to secretary@bvws.org.uk. The Red Rose Winter Rally is also taking place today, the 25th. The venue is St Joseph's Hall, Maven Lane in Lee, Whiskey November 7 to Papa Juliet. Access for exhibitors is available from 8:30 a.m. and the event will be open to the public from 10 a.m. Hot and cold refreshments are available. Further details can be found via West Manchester Radio Club's website at wmrc.co.uk. Send inquiries to Les, T4HZJ, by email to lesjackson@ntlworld.com or by phone on 07796 264 569. The Exeter Radio and Electronics Rally will take place on Sunday the 3rd of March from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The event will be held at America Hall, Pinho in Exeter, Echo X-Ray 4, 8 Papa X-Ray. For more information, please contact G3ZBI on 07714 198374 or by email to g3zbi@yahoo.co.uk. And now we move on to the special event news. In celebration of World Radio Day, the 100th anniversary of the start of regular radio broadcasting in Spain, special call sign Alpha Oscar 100 Radio will be active until the 29th of February. QSL requests should be sent by the Bureau to Echo Alpha 4 Uniform Romeo Echo. Celebrating the 60th anniversary of Radio Amateur Society of Thailand, RAST members are active as Hotel Sierra 60 Romeo Alpha Sierra Tango until the 10th of March. QSL is via Hotel Sierra 6 Mike Yankee Whiskey. Excuse me. Now we move on to the BX news this morning. Bernard, Delta Lima 2 Golf Alpha Charlie, will be active as Hotel 44 Mike Sierra from Maraitai, Iota Oscar Charlie 047 in the Solomon Islands until the 25th of April. He will be QRV daily with activity on the 150 to 6 meter band using SSB and some FT8. QSL is via Bernard's home call directly or via the Bureau. He will upload details of his contact to Club Log and to Longwood Francis, 6 Bravo Whiskey Juliet, please, he is active as Foxtrot Mike, / Foxtrot 6 Bravo Whiskey Juliet from Martinique, Iota November Alpha 107, until roughly the middle of March. He is operating CW on the 80 to 10 meter bands. QSL via Logbook of the World or via the Bureau to his home call. And next up we have the contest news. The French HF Championship, also known as the RAF contest, started at 0600 UTC on Saturday the 24th and ends at 1800 UTC today, Sunday the 25th. Using SSB on the HF bands where contests are permitted, the exchange is signal report and serial number. French stations send their department number or overseas territory prefix. The CQ 160-meter DX contest started at 2200 UTC on Friday the 23rd and ends at 2200 UTC today the 25th. Using SSB on the 160-meter band, the exchange is signal report and CQ zone. American stations send their state and Canadian stations will send their province. On Monday the 26th, the FT4 series contest runs from 2000 to 2130 UTC. Using FT4 on the 80 to 10 meter band where contests are permitted, The exchange is your report. On Tuesday the 27th, the SHF UK Activity Contest runs from 19:30 to 22:30 UTC. Using all modes on the 13 centimetre band, the exchange is signal report, serial number and locator. On Wednesday the 28th, the UK and Ireland Contest Club 80-metre contest runs from 2000 to 2100 UTC. Using CW on the 80-metre band, the exchange is your 6-character locator. The 144 and 432 MHz contest starts at 1400 UTC on Saturday the 2nd of March and ends at 1400 UTC on Sunday the 3rd of March. Using all modes on the 2-metre and 70 centimetre bands, the exchange is signal report, serial number and locator. On Sunday the 3rd, the UK Microwave Group Low Band Contest runs from 1000 UTC to 1600 UTC. Using all modes on the microwave band, the exchange is signal report, serial number and locator. The World All Britain 80-metre contest will take place on Sunday the 3rd of March from 1800 to 2200 UTC. Please note that this is an SSB only contest, and the exchange is signal report, serial number and World All Britain area. All entries need to be with the contest manager by the 13th of March. Full contest rules are available on the World All Britain website at work-all-britain.org.uk. Excuse me, Con. The ARRL International DX Contest starts at 0000 UTC on Saturday the 2nd of March and ends at 23:59 UTC on Sunday the 3rd of March. Using SSB on the 160 to 10-metre bands where contests are permitted, the exchange is signal report and transmitter power. American stations send their states and Canadian stations will send their province. And now we move on to the radio propagation report compiled by G0KYA, G3YLA and G4BAO on Thursday the 22nd of February 2024. We've had 2 X-class solar flares over the past few days. The first occurred at 23:07 UTC on the 24th of February, so it didn't affect the UK at all. The second erupted at 0632 UTC on the 22nd of February and was too early to affect the ionosphere in this region. However, HF to the east might have been affected. However, active region 3590 could cause more problems as it rotates into an Earth-facing position. Look out for more flares and potential coronal mass ejections as we head into the weekend. Another problem is a coronal hole on the solar equator, which is was Earth-facing on Friday the 23rd and could lead to an increased KP index today the 25th if its associated BZ magnetic field points safe. Although there are only 2 sunspot groups visible, the solar flux index is 170, showing just how potent these spots are. Daytime maximum usable frequencies over a 3,000 kilometre path are still exceeding 35 MHz, while nighttime maximum usable frequencies over a similar distance struggle to get above 10 or 11 MHz. With the daytime maximum usable frequency so high, it's a good opportunity to check for low-power 10-metre beacons. The RSTB's Propagation Studies Committee has just released a new 10-metre beacon list, which has been created from scratch using the reverse beacon network and help from amateurs around the world. The new beacon list, which can be found under the propagation section of the RSTB website at rstb.org/beacons, should be more useful than its predecessor, as it is based on actual beacons that have been received. But if you hear any beacon that is not on the list, please inform Steve, G0KYA, by email to PSC, that's Papa Sierra Charlie, .chairman at rstb.org.uk. Next week, NOAA predicts that the solar flux index may decline a little into the 160s. As for geomagnetic condition, it all depends on what happens with active region 3590. We could be in for a rough ride, or things could be fine. Let's wait and see. And now we move to the VHF and up propagation news from G3YLA and G4BAO.
The current spell of unsettled weather continues, and this means the chopper won't be worth waiting for, other than any temporary short-lived early morning temperature reversions, especially if accompanied by misty lows, clouds, or fog. The main part of the story is again rain scatter, which will have plenty of opportunity to shine in the period to the end of the coming week. Summer thunderstorms are usually followed large raindrops, while winter systems are generally less intense. In the absence of much else, it's still worth considering for those on the gigahertz band. The other propagation modes of meteor scatter and aurora are even longer shots, but they may still crop up. The best time for random meteor scatter QSOs is around dawn. Lastly, the dolphins for sporadic heat propagations are still with us, and don't expect too much until we're well into April, even on the 10-meter band. The high solar flux index could see some trans-equatorial 50 megahertz opening if the KB index remains low, especially for the far south and west of the UK. For EME operators, moon declination starts the weekend positive, but drops negative again on Monday. With apogee when the moon is at its furthest point from Earth, occurring yesterday, Saturday the 24th, path losses are at their highest for the month this weekend. 1.4 megahertz join noise is low all week. And that's all from the propagation team this week. And that also ends this week's GB2RS news forecast, brought to you by John's T6ASK. It is compiled by the Radio Society of Great Britain, which represents amateur radio and radio amateurs within the United Kingdom and internationally. News items for GB2RS, Radcom magazine and the RSTB website should be sent to the editorial team as far in advance as possible by email to radcom@rstb.org.uk. The deadline, as always, is 10 a.m. on Thursdays, and the RSTB retains the copyright over the material transmitted. Information about amateur radio can be found at our website, rstb.org. The full schedule of GB2RS broadcasts can be downloaded from rstb.org/GB2RS schedule. GB2RS is not licensed for two-way communication, but calls will be welcomed after close down under the call sign G6ASK. So until next Sunday, 7-3 and have a good week from the GB2RS news team. GB2RS now closed down, and God forbid G6ASK is now going to listen and see if anybody's around. And we'll try Troy first, see if he's still with us. G7LHK, G6ASK.
Спасибо, Сергей, уважаемый. Поблагодарю за телефон. Дружеский Воронеж, 73, Рутри Киловатт Васильев, 4. 5 and 9 plus 10. Solid copy, John, over.
Yeah, okay, Troy, fine. G7LHK, G6ASK. We're hoping that extends across the board, but we'll see, I guess. Get you back in the log book again. What have I done wrong here? I've done something wrong here, never mind. Doesn't matter. Okay, mate, well, you're still well over the 9 anyway, so at least we've actually done the news this morning, which I didn't think we would, in fairness, but there we go. The linear's performed beautifully this morning. It's ticking along nicely, 800 on peak. No reflective power, and keeping the chat nice and warm. We're up to 27 degrees in here now, go ahead.
Я думаю, что правильно. Коллега, на уровне шумов у меня шумноватый сегодня эфир, яркое солнце, то ли от солнца, то ли еще от чего-то, Бог ее знает. Ну, сегодня вот шумит эфир. 16 баллов. Слышу на уровне шумов Александр Корсун. УБ3 Елена, центр Дима, вот теперь Леонид Ольгин.
G7LHK, that's why it went wrong in the call logbook. I've got your two letters back to front. No wonder it didn't work properly. There we go. Now we're right. Okay, mate. Well, we'll hopefully catch up with you next week. I doubt we'll catch up with you before, but we might do. So have a good Sunday, bud, and we'll look forward to catching up next week. G7LHK, G6ASK. Yeah, okay, bud, no worries. G1ZYX, I wonder if you're still with us, G6ASK.
Yep, I'm still here. Golf 1 Zulu Yankee X-ray. Thanks for the news, John. The band appears a bit quieter on this either side of this frequency at the moment. It's been a little bit hectic with the French. Yeah, your signal during the news of 100%, and thanks for the news. You were plus 10 to plus 30. I was doing other jobs in the front room while I was listening to the news. It was like listening to Radio 4.
well, I would guess it definitely helps that extra power, depending on conditions, of course. And as you know, I'm only on 20 metres of wire from the bedroom window, and the sun is out at the moment, which can't be too bad. So I'm going to go out for a little bit of a walk, I think. I was out earlier, and I saw 2 deer down by the little river down below, so I'll take my camera and see if I can get some snapshots over.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, that sounds like a plan, Mike. Yeah, we haven't, sunshine is something we're seriously lacking down here. It is miserable down here in the southwest this morning. I'm looking out the window of the shack here. It is chucking it down with rain, a bit breezy. I can't see across the valley at all from mist or fog. I've no idea what the temperature is. I would imagine it's not particularly warm out there. So I'm going to be hiding indoors today, but enjoy your walk, and I hope you do get some snapshots of the deer, all right?
Yeah, well, it's been it's like a 10-year ongoing project. Gets you out of the house, doesn't it? And okay, I'll see if you can bring anybody else in. But once again, thanks a lot, and no doubt I'll be on here sooner rather than later. Go from Zulu Yankee X-ray in the Pennine Hills north of Rochdale, saying bye.
Yeah, it's okay, Mike. Good to hear you this morning, mate. You take care, my friend. Have a great week. And we'll look forward to next time. All the best to you for now.